Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the longest movie title I've ever seen. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's a 2004 sci-fi slash romance. I can't decide if it's more romance than sci-fi. Overall it's romance, but the plot is pushed forward because it's a sci-fi, so I don't really know. Directed by Michael Gondry or Mikhail Gondry. He's done a bunch of movies and shows, nothing super outstanding or crazy, but interesting enough that I'd like to watch some. They look really cool. The stars are pretty awesome. Every single person in here has done a bajillion movies that are pretty huge actors and actresses. Jim Carrey, legend, comedian from Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, Ace Ventura, The Grinch, but most importantly, The Truman Show. This is, I think, where people saw, oh, he's not just a comedian, is he? He's not just a funny guy, you know? And in this movie, it's a serious role, so awesome to see another funny guy actually being serious, you know? Kate Winslet, she's from the Titanic. I had no idea. She's the Titanic lady. And she's also Rita from Plushed Away. Hell yeah. Kirsten Dunst, you might recognize her as Mary Jane from the original Spider-Man movies. Elijah Wood, he's Frodo from Lord of the Rings. He also voiced Nine in Nine. And he's in Yellow Jackets as well. Not too sure how relevant of a character he is, but I know Yellow Jackets is popular, so might as well mention that. And Mark Ruffalo, you might know him as Hulk from the Avengers and from all the Marvel movies. He was in Zodiac as well. Amazing movie. And I know this much is true. I need to watch this show. This show looks incredible just from the stories alone of him being in this movie. I need to watch this. This looks incredible. So, yeah. So, I thought this movie was going to be about Jim Carrey. He plays Joel. I thought it was going to be about Joel losing his girlfriend, like his girlfriend dying, and he goes through the whole movie like grieving. So it wasn't that, but it was just as sad in like a different way. It's about a man who had a pretty ugly relationship and wants to erase his memories of her. Long story short, the procedure goes wrong, and we see the mental struggle of this man who hates this woman but can't let her go at the same time. We see the relationship in great detail from the fragments of his memories in the movie, and it's a pretty good watch. When I figured out at that I was wrong about the premise, then I was like, oh, now I can sit back and just relax and enjoy this. So yeah. This movie was made in 2004, but it feels like 2015 and later, you know, it's like really amazing for its time, right? Right off the bat, the premise is awesome. It reminds me of a Black Mirror episode. It's about a device that removes certain memories. So, for example, erasing the memory of a bad breakup by erasing the memory of that person altogether, but in turn, all of the moments in that, so you lose time the more you erase. Like, it's pretty interesting. So Jim Carrey is the funny guy, the haha funny guy, but his acting was pretty damn good in this. I think it was awesome. Same with his co-star. It felt real. Like, these two felt like they were in a real relationship. Me being in some rocky relationships myself, I felt that like, oh, I totally understand where these guys are coming from. It's awesome. Really, really awesome. The point of the movie was to dissect the relationship between Joel and Clementine. I think that's her name. It turns out that relationships are sometimes not so happy. They argued a lot. And that brings up the argument, is that relationship worth it? Yes, they're happy sometimes and unhappy other times. Outsiders will never see 100% of the whole picture, even in real life, so it's hard to get like outside help and advice. We can really dissect what they feel about each other, like especially at the end. But it's good because it gets them talking to each other. And I think communication is very important in a relationship, for good or for bad. Enough ranting. Bro, how is the movie? It's awesome. The shots are awesome. The music is very fitting. Pacing is good. The movie itself might be confusing on the surface because the timeline is not linear. We jump between like a dream state, like he's playing back some memories, and then back to real life. It's actually not too weird. It's easy enough to follow that it's like, okay, now we're in the dream state. Now we're here. And you can slowly piece together the full story of their relationship from the fragments that we see, which is how memories work. It's never linear. You know, you don't remember everything like it's a movie. You remember, oh, I remember this, I remember that, dinner there, went out into the snow at that time. Awesome little details as well, like Clementine's hair often changes color because she is spontaneous. So it means that the movie has taken place over many years, and it's not obvious, but you can pick up things if you focus. You can pick things up. It's like, oh, I see what you're getting at. Little details, right? It's a lot of effort, but it's cool. And I was gonna complain about the doctors and like the doctor and the assistant and the doctor's like receptionist, all these things, like the love triangle thing between them. I actually rewatched it, and yes, it is obvious, dumbass. If you actually just opened your eyeballs and you looked, it is obvious what's really going on there. There's like a love triangle within there that also relates back to the machine, stuff like that. But it moves the plot forward, which is important that it's there, so I can't even complain. So with all that being said, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. I was honestly on the fence between 8 and 9. I was thinking, geez, like my 9 might be a bit much because this means that this movie is incredible, right? But it's not top of the line. But 8, it feels like it's too low for 8. So if I could make it 8.5, I could. But I'm feeling generous. It's a good movie. It's a 9. Maybe the image of Hulk dancing with Mary Jane in their underwear is weird, but come on, Jim Carrey's a good actor. I want to see more Jim Carrey now. Unfortunately, I have chosen the wrong friends in the past, and the one with bad opinions has said that this movie is the best movie he's ever seen. I wouldn't say that this is the best movie I've ever seen, but it is certainly a good movie. So I was going into this movie expecting, like, this is going to be mind-blowing. Maybe it won't be that good because he said Dune was the best sci-fi movie he's ever seen in his life. Be careful what you say, dude. Like, I know it was a good movie, but you can't just go out and say that it's the best movie I've ever seen. He obviously watched it for the first time and was like, this is the best thing ever. It's really not. Just, it's a good movie. It can be your favorite movie. But this guy's opinions were questionable. Long story short, there's background to this. There's a background story. There's lore within the reviewer, and I try to keep it partial. I try to keep it partial. So I'm not, if I hated Jim Carrey, I wouldn't have come in here being like, this movie sucks because Jim Carrey. I'm sorry about my rants. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like. Apparently you're supposed to say those things. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Stay tuned. There are some awesome reviews coming out. Movies are cool, man. Movies are cool. Stay tuned. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.